Hey YouTube, welcome to pregnancy week 27. 27 weeks. I'm 27 weeks pregnant. And so there have been a few changes. So I'm going to try to update you guys quickly because I don't want to run this for like 30 minutes. But we ended up switching midwife practices. I have now recorded my preterm labor video 3 times, and 3 times it has not worked, and 3 times it has been deleted. So I'm going to try to sum it all up really quickly. 24 weeks and 5-ish days, I think. Maybe a little bit sooner. Actually, I want to say it was like 24 weeks and 3 days. I went into preterm labor. And I was contracting every 3 minutes. I went to the hospital. It took 3 different medications, 3, to get them to stop. They had me on Procardia first, which was a series of 4 pills that I had to take every 15 minutes, which runs along the same lines as like the Tributaline, but that's shots that they give you like in the back of your arms, and they give you 1 every 15 minutes. So they gave me 4 pills of the Procardia. Didn't stop the contractions. They actually started to get worse. So they put me on we did the Tributaline. I've been on Tributaline before. I had preterm labor with my middle daughter, and it's not fun. Like, the needles actually hurt because they give them like back here, and this is a really sensitive part of your skin. They just pinch it, it hurts. So imagine a needle in there. So what's wrong? Huh? Can I braid your hair? I will as soon as I'm done with this video. But it hurts pretty bad. So they gave me 1, and with Tributaline, it makes your heart race. So it's not fun. It made me feel flustered and hot, and it's just yucky medication. So they gave me my first shot, and my heart rate went up, which is normal with that medication, and it was fine. Well, she gave me they finally got my heart rate, like right at 15 minutes, my heart rate went down to 117 beats per minute. And it has to be under 120. So she gave me my second shot. Well, at that point, in the back of my other arm, that point my heart rate went up to 149 beats a minute. And unfortunately, that's where it stayed for about an hour and a half, actually. I remember telling my husband, I was like, I feel like I'm running a marathon and I'm just laying here. So it was pretty yucky stuff. But then they gave me, it's called, I looked it up purposely, and I've already forgotten what it is. Pregnancy brain. Indomycin, which I was like, okay, I'm down with that because I really didn't want magnesium sulfate. When I was on magnesium sulfate with my middle daughter, the same one I had preterm labor with, I don't remember anything for like 3 days at all, and it was miserable, and it's just gross. So I was like, I'm fine, I'll do anything to prevent going on magnesium. Because at that point, too, I also knew I was going to be in the hospital for at least 3 days. So they started me on the indomethacin. But what they didn't tell me was that they give you 2 suppositories. And they're not vaginal. Which would make sense, but they're not. It was not a pleasant experience. So, but it actually worked. It knocked all my labor out. I had 1 more contraction at 3 minutes, and then I didn't have any more I had 1 more like 15 minutes later, and then I didn't have any more at all. So I didn't end up needing the magnesium. I didn't end up needing to stay home or stay in the hospital. I went home that night. I just went home like on bed rest, and then I had the FFN test done the next day, 2 days later. The fetal fibronectin test, where they swab the inside of your vagina. And if there's like, apparently our body makes a glue that adheres our amniotic sac to our uterine wall. So if the glue is present, it means that the amniotic sac is starting to tear away, and there's a good probability that labor should start within 2 weeks. But that test came back negative, so it was good. So that was 24 into 25 weeks. 26 weeks, uneventful, or 25 to 26 were very uneventful. 26 to 27, Nothing really. I had little like small bouts of pretty consistent contractions, but they went away. So I drink and water. I've been drinking this stuff called Naturally Calm. It's magnesium at nighttime, and I'm telling you what, that stuff is amazing. It's amazing. Brianna, can you grab me the bottle, the jug of that stuff? It's up above the stove. I'll show you what it looks like. You can order it on Amazon, and I'll post a link down below to it too if you want to try it out. It's not just for pregnant women. My husband now drinks it every night, and so does my mother-in-law. The other one, right there. It's really, really good. I got the raspberry lemon, and my daughter's been drinking it too. But this is it. Here, see, this is really big, and I think it was like $24 for this big, huge container, and you're only using a teaspoon and a half, is what I use at one time. You mix it with like hot water, and then you pour it over ice, and you can drink it, and it smells really good, and it tastes really good, and I really like it. But they do have non-flavored if you want that too. So I've been doing that and using doTERRA oils. My doula has turned me on to those, and I'm really actually in love with them. So when I start having a lot of contractions, I put the lavender like right on my belly, and it helps to like calm my stomach muscles. So on to week 27 now. They're saying the baby's roughly 14 inches long, weighs about 2 pounds, and to be honest, I would have to agree with that. So, because that's very heavy, but I started having, a couple days ago, I started having like this really bad pain. It hurts even to touch it. Right here, like this whole part of my belly. I mean, it hurts really bad, and on Monday, I literally changed my clothes like 5 times. I haven't really been sleeping very well, because I can't really get comfortable. If I lay on my left side, which is the side I usually sleep on, he gets in my ribs. And if I lay on my right side, this pain hurts really bad. And if I lay on my back, I can't breathe. So it's just not good for me, sleep-wise right now. So, and then, of course, let's not forget acid reflux. I have it so bad, so bad. It actually will wake me up sometimes in the morning. And I've never had acid reflux in the morning, ever. It's always at night, but never in the morning. But I called my doula about this pain that I'm having because it's really sore. And like I told her, I said, I changed my clothes 5 times because I felt like my clothes were hurting it. Like just clothes touching it hurt. And as I'm describing it all to her, she was like, you know what it is? She was like, it's called diastasis recti. It's actually where my abdominal muscles are kind of starting to tear. She came over today actually to bring me some doTERRA oils and different one besides the lavender to help me, to try to help me. And she did like the test to see like how bad I thought tear was. So I had to lay down flat on my back on the couch and relax, and then I had to lift my head, and by lifting my head it protrudes your abdominal muscle. And I have a 1-finger tear here, and then a little bit lower down I have a 2-finger tear between my belly button and my like xiphoid process, the top of my abdomen right here. And then I have another 2-finger tear at my belly button. So if anybody watching this has ever dealt with this during pregnancy, can you please like give me some like something to go off of, because I'm really miserable and it's very painful. I'm trying not to complain about the pregnancy because it really is a blessing and I'm happy with it, but this pain, it's excruciating at best. So she gave me lemongrass oil to put on it because I have to be very careful to make sure nothing with basil or anything goes on my belly because of the preterm labor. I do have on my belly band. My husband says it looks like I'm strapping. He keeps waiting for me to like yank a gun off my back, but it goes up, and I guess I can show you my belly while I'm showing you the belly band too. But so it goes, see, 27 weeks. Whew. But the belly band goes underneath to help support the belly up, and then it comes up and it crisscrosses like right in between your breasts. And then it comes up over your shoulder, and it just kind of comes up around the back of your neck. And then It's up a little high on your back. So, that's that. But yes, this is the big 27-weeker belly here. But as you can see, like, there's no bruising. I have a lot of veins, but there's no bruising. There's no, it almost feels like scratches. If you scratch yourself, it burns. I don't have any of that either. Like, it's completely clear. And so far, no stretch marks, but I do have, like, what looks like these broken vein things all over my belly. I don't know if you can see them on this side, but, like, I'm really, see, like, right here. Like, I don't know if those are ever going to really actually go away, but that's it. So, well, I got my belly shot done. So, other than that, she has me doing the Tupler technique to try to help heal it some. But, I totally didn't even go into the whole after the whole preterm labor thing. We switched doctors because the local hospital that I normally go to, which was midwife friendly, would not allow me to do a water birth. And I asked her if I could not tell her I had to push and give birth in the water, and she said she had a patient do that one time, actually by accident, and she got her hand slapped pretty good for it because the hospital's not quite there yet. They'll let you in the water even after your water breaks, but they won't let you deliver in the water. Well, I really want the option to have the water birth that I want. I'm never doing this again. I want my delivery the way I want my delivery, knowing that there's a chance that I might not get any of it. I get it. I know it's all unpredictable, but I still would like the ability to make the decisions that I want to make freely. So if I had actually given birth to him at that hospital, he would have been taken immediately and flown to a hospital that's almost 2 hours away from me. We live in Maryland, and he would have had to go to Baltimore, which is really far. And for anybody who knows anything about Maryland, we are kind of southern Maryland, and Baltimore's way up the road, and there's traffic, and Baltimore gives me anxiety. I can't do it by myself, and so I found a midwifery practice with a freestanding birth center that works very closely with a local hospital. So I had my first appointment with them. Absolutely love the midwives. I never see the same one necessarily twice. I probably won't because my pregnancy, I'm so late getting there. But they work very closely with that local hospital, and that particular hospital that's only about 15 minutes away from the freestanding birth center has I lost my train of thought. Pregnancy brain is not working. I need notes. They work very closely with the hospital, but that hospital has a level 3 NICU. So if I were to go into labor, those midwives have admission rights at that hospital, and they have a level 3 NICU, and they do not discriminate, because I know a lot of women that try to do these out-of-hospital births. If something does go wrong and there needs to be a transfer, the hospital employees treat them like crap. I see birth stories all the time from women who have home births that don't go as planned and they have to go to a hospital, and the staff of the hospital are really rude. And I don't want that. But this hospital understands the hippie-ish way or crunchy way that women are wanting to give birth now, and they're very respectful. So even if I did have him and something were to go wrong and I had to be transferred, or I had to be transferred mid-delivery, they still won't cut my cord. Obviously, I can't have my water birth there, but they won't cut my cord, and they're very, very respectful of the natural approach that women coming from the birth center take. So that was really exciting. And we did our birth tour, and they showed us the big birth tubs, and both my husband and I are very excited, actually, about this birth. And I do have my doula, and I do have my birth photographer, who's also my best friend. So that should be interesting. And with the birth center, my kids can be a part of the birth, too, if they want to. I keep trying to convince my 13-year-old to stay in and maybe deliver her or catch her brother, and she's like, no, I'm not doing that. But maybe I can at least get her in the room. So, but they have the birth tubs, they have jacuzzi tubs, they have big king-size beds, they have birthing stools, they have birthing balls. Like, it's a legit birth center. So I see that I'm getting close to 15 minutes. So I actually think that's it, but I don't think there's anything else. I'm still pregnant, and I'm getting uncomfortable, and I have ripping abdominal muscles, and I'm still going to go for my natural birth. So I don't know, but we'll keep you posted. And thanks for watching, and see you later. Bye.